Yebo kunjalo because mangibhala statement bengichaza into eyenzeka ngithi uSenzo ngase ngibone ukuthi udubuleke kuphi.
Yes, it is indeed so. When I was finishing the statement, I was, finishing them with what I witnessed. And at the time that I finished the statement, I had already seen that Senzo had been shot at on the chest.
But the sequence of the statement does not justify what you are saying.
Yabona-ke landelana-ke amaphuzu lana kwe-statement akunazi lokho okanye akuqinisekisi lokho okushoyo manje. Just be narrating to the person that will be reducing what I'm finishing to them into writing.
So your final answer is that you did not see where the deceased was shot.
Ugcina ngokuthi wena zange ubone la adubuleke khona umufi.
Ngakubona la adubuleke khona.
I did see where he was shot at.
So I'm sorry, I was trying to say to you that you did not see when he was shot at the time when the shot went off. You did not see when he was born. You only see it after he was injured.
Bengizama ukuchaza ukuthi wena ngenkathi edubuleka azange umbone ukuthi udubuleka kuphi. Lokho ke waqaphela emva kokuthi isigameko sesenzake.
Yebo kunjalo.
It is indeed so, yes.
Let us go to paragraph 9 of your statement. It is the page before last.
Paragraph 9.
Yes, the last paragraph.
Okay.
The page before the last one. It should be page 3, at the bottom of page 3, the last paragraph. Right? Where it reads as follows, and I quote, the description of the suspect is as follows: slender, tall, dark in complexion, one wearing a brownish leather jacket.
Uyabona kusho ukuthi ke incazelo okanye umfanekiso womunye ke wabasolwa ungalendlela mude uzaqile nje kanti ke umnyama ngombala futhi ke ube egqoke i-leather jacket wearing
he had dreadlocks on,
a brownish leather jacket ube egqoke i-leather jacket engathi i-brown nje.
Yes, the first suspect, yeah.
Yes, that describes the first, or that talks about the first suspect that I described.
yes, on the head, short, there's
In fact, there's that one is the second suspect that I'm referring to, the one that was tall, that was wearing a jacket.
No, lo begqoka ijacket ebrown lo mfishane. Lo tholo dark ilo omuntu wesibili.
Okay, the one that was wearing a brown jacket is the short one.
The short one,
yeah.
name is yes.
Yeah, it's the short one who had dreadlocks and a hat. And the tall one and dark, very dark in complexion is the second suspect.
the last page at the top of that page. It reads as follows, and I quote, I can be able to identify the one of them. The head left on the scene. No one was shot except Senzo. Close quotation.
Usho njalo ukuthi ngakwazi ukuthi ngimkhombe omnye wabo. Kanti ke isigqoko sasala khona lapha endaweni yesigameko. Akekho ke omnye umuntu wadubuleka ngaphandle kwaye uSenzo.
Yes.
That's correct?
When you were stating that you can be able to identify one of them. Which one was amongst them that you were going to be able to identify?
Usho kanjani lana ukuthi ubungakhona ukhomba omnye wabo? Muphi lo?
Yes, wangibuza ngithi lo muntu wayebhala statement. Ngakwazi ukubakhomba abantu abangenendlela.
Now the person that was taking my statement asked me as to whether will I be able to point out or identify these people that had access to the house.
And angaze ngithi angeke ngikwazi ukukhomba umuntu mangase kuthiwa ngiyambona.
And I didn't say that I won't be able to point them out if it so happens that I see them again.
So between the two intruders, the one with dreadlocks and the one who was tall, the second intruder, which one amongst them were you saying that you can be able to identify?
Kulabo ke ababili, lo mude nalo benama dreadlocks. Ubuthi wena ungakhona ukhomba muphi?
Bengingakwazi ukubakhomba bobabili if bebebekwe phambi kwami kanje.
I was going to be able to identify them if the both of them were to be brought before me.
So let us not try to run away from the question. Where I'm at is as follows. You say in your statement, I can be able to identify one of them. So I'm asking you, which one were you saying that you can identify one of them between the two, the one with dreadlocks and the tall one?
Singabaleke lokho ke. Yabona statement sakho sithi ngakhona ke ukukhomba omnye wabo. Omoblo.
Enjobe sengishilo ukuthi if bebevela bobabili besa kanje bengakwazi ukubakhomba. So la enkantolo ngiwazile ukukhomba oyedwa because ngimbonile la ekhotho yedwa. Njengoba ngishilo nje.
Now as I've already said, if the two of them were to be brought before me, I would then be able to identify them. Now, opportunistically, coming here at court, I was then able to see one of them, and I pointed him out.
Sir, for the sake of progress, I'm not going to repeat this question for you. I'll leave it for argument at a lesser stage.
Understood?
Yeah.
My Lord, with the leave of the court, may I request that the statement by the witness, which was made on the 27th of October 2014, be handed in as Exhibit V1.
Okay.
Sir, you will remember that I had asked you regarding the statement that you made, that is Exhibit V1, and you told this court that you did not see where the deceased was. Sorry. Remember that I asked you about the question whether were you able to see where the first shot that was fired in the kitchen landed. You said you could not see.
Yes.
Uyakhumbula lokho ngisho ukuthi ubonile ukuthi ukuchuma kwesibhamu njengoba sisachuma ukuqala ukuthi leyo nhlamvu yasha ukuthi cha zange ngibone.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm going to refer you to the transcribed record of the evidence of Zandile Kumal. It is on page 52 of the transcribed record.
Page 52, yeah, record
of the transcribed record.
ebhalwe phansi ukusuka ke kulobufakazi okhishwa njengomlomo page 52 kanti uZambi
line 13. Line 13. It is dated the 18th of July 2023. That is the evidence in chief of the witness.
The prosecutor is trying to assist us with that statement.
Okay. It is page 52 of the transcribed record. I'll start at line 5.
We have page 52.
Yes, I'll start at line number 5. This is the evidence of Zandile Khumalo when he was being led by the State Council. The following question was asked. At line 4, the State Council asked the witness to proceed with her evidence. Then the response at line 6 is as follows, and I quote, "When the firearm went off, I then heard something hitting the floor, and then a spark went off, and then it hit me on my foot."
Sorry, we got lost here. We are in page 52, and that line, it's not reflected here.
The proceedings of the 18th of July 2023.
Here it's written the 24th of July. We've got the 24th of July 2023 here.
Yeah, but this reads the...
Yeah, let me just continue for the sake of progress.
Yes.
Yes, it's not long. It reads as follows. The response: "When the firearm went off, I then heard something hitting the floor, and then a spark went off and then hit me on my foot," close quotation.
Usho njalo ke uZandi uthi uma qina isibhamu khona akuzwa kuwela phansi kanti ke khona kwamshaya khona la enyaweni wabona ukuthi kuba nama sparks khona lapho.
Yeah, ngilalela.
Yes, I'm listening.
Right. Then there was a question by my colleague, Advocate Maloy. Just a minute. If you say felt something hitting the floor, you could see where it hit the floor.
Manje ke nakhe lapha na ke statement esikhuluma ngaso. Babaloyi ke wathi awume ke nani. Uma ke wena uthi uyowezwa kukhona okuthizo ushaya ke phansi nokuthi ke uye wabona yini la ike yahlala khona lapho phansi na uyabona?
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Yes, I can see that.
We'll then go to line 13. When I heard that hitting the floor, it so happened that Dumelo also heard it, so that we had the same thing. I ran into the bathroom and he ran into the bedroom, close quotation.
Kuthi ke mangizwa leyo nto ke ishaya phansi. Kwase kwenzeka ukuthi naye uTumela wavele wakuzwa lokho. Manje kwenzeka ukuthi sobabili sezwa ke umsindo ofanayo. Ngagijima ke ngaya ngase bathroom. UTumela ke wabaleka ke wangena egumbini lokulala. Uyakuzwa lo?
Yeah, ngiyakuzwa.
I hear that.
What is your comment about what Zandile Khumalo testified about the first shot hitting the floor and she running into the bathroom and you running into the bedroom?
Uthini ke wena ke umphawula?
Lokakushoyo ukuthi wabaleka ngabaleka ngangena ibedroom yena wangena ibedroom angibona ukuthi wangenaphi ne?
Now there where it has to do with her running and getting into the bathroom, and myself running and getting into the bedroom, I cannot ascertain that. I didn't see her running into the bathroom.
And secondly, even after sesibuyile esibhedlela angibonanga ukuthi inhlamvu yashaya phi mina.
Even when we had come back from the hospital, I did not notice where the bullet hit or the spot which was hit by the bullet.
Engikwaziyo kwasikhombisa nje la unyaweni la right ngala phezulu kweqakala la ayinento encane nje ungathi kubushanyana.
Now, what I know is that she actually showed us a chip on the skin that is just on above the ankle or the front portion of the foot in that ankle area of the foot. It was just a superficial kind of an injury, just an abrasion. It wasn't big. That's what she showed us.
So you did not see when the gunshot went off and hitting the floor in the kitchen?
No, angikubonanga lokho nje angisho ukuthi ngezwe sezwa ngaye sesibonisa nje la elimele khona la eqala ngaphezulu kweqala la esinyaweni la right.
I did not witness that. We only heard it from her at the time that she was now showing us that she sustained a superficial injury just on the ankle, the front portion of the ankle of her right foot.
So you disavow both what you said in your statement, Exhibit V1, that the deceased was shot on the chest, and what Zandile Kumalo is saying in her evidence in chief, that when the shot went off and hit the floor, you were also present. You felt the same thing.
Maziko, please, I don't think it's correct to say he's disavowing that. He explained that when he stated that the deceased was hitting the chest, he was saying that in retrospect.
Yes. Inferential reasoning. You see a person who had a white T-shirt, it had no blood stain. Subsequently, you see the same person with a blood-stained T-shirt and he's lying on the floor. Inferential reasoning. You didn't see it. It's after the event. He sees it, that this person was shot on the chest.
So, yes, I do agree.
Yeah.
But do you agree with me that the manner that the statement is documented, that is Exhibit V1, in relation to the injury on the chest, it is not documented in the sense that it's something that you saw after you had had the gunshot?
Ungavumelana naphi ukuthi ke ngendlela ke lesi statement esibhalwe ngakhona asibhalwanga ngendlela ephana ngomfanekiso wokuthi wena wabona ke inxeba ku Senzo emva kokuthi isigameko senzeke ngendlela esibhalwe ngakhona asinikezani ngaleso sithombe sokuthi wena wabona inxeba emva kokuthi isigameko senzeke. Yakuvuma lo?
Yeah, ngakubona emva kwesigameko kwangelula ukuthi ubone same time nawe mawuyibuka nje lento kwangelula ukuthi ubone same time because angeke kuze kube manje angeke ngisho ukuthi uSenzo wadubuleka kanjani njengokuthi ngabona after mina ngakuzwa nje umsindo wesibhamu.
I would not have seen immediately when he was inflicted with that bullet. I couldn't. Even right now, I cannot even explain it as to how exactly it came about that he sustained that injury on the chest. I am saying that only after the transpiration of the incident was I then able to finish the statement based on what happened, what had already happened.
Because ukumshiya kwami uSenzo ngasagcina ukumgcina kwami ngamgcina sise kitchen.
Now the last time I checked, we were together in the kitchen. And there's some kind of a demonstration with two fingers equal. you know, that are depicting some
maqhuma isibhamu
equal.
lethwe ngabalekela ekamereni ngamgcina la ukuthi wabaleka washona ngakuphi ngabona sengibuye ekamereni ukuthi udubulekile selele ecake dining.
We were together when the firearm went off, and I fled to the bedroom, and upon my return from the bedroom, that is when I realized that he had already sustained a shot, and he was lying down in the dining room.
Let us move to photo 15 of Exhibit B. When the deceased was fighting with the second intruder, can you again demonstrate using that photo where was the intruder, the second intruder?
Ubeke la yena ebheke ngaphakathi endlini usenzo emla ebheke ngakuyi mina ngimla eceleni kwasenzo.
Now 3 spots have just been reflected on this picture to try and depict where Senzo was. The first one, just next to the door there, close to the cabinet, at the end of the cabinet. That is the bottom end of the cabinet. That is where the first light had been shown. This is where, and I quote, this is where the intruder was, facing the kitchen. And then the light moved a few inches away from that particular spot, linearly went down, and that is where Senzo was. A spot was shown there, that is where Senzo was. And then it moved to the right, or adjacent to Senzo, a few inches again, and that is where I was. That is now in accordance with this.
Where was the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, at that time?
Obe kupike lo obe nama dreadlocks ngaleso sikhathi.
Abebe Samuela emva kwethi la.
They were somewhere there at that particular spot there, behind us. And the spot that is being pointed at is, yeah, it could be somewhere even outside of the borders of this picture. But he's indicating that they were behind us.
Was he behind the deceased?
Noma ngingisho exact cause ngibhekele but umsindo wonula emva kwami.
I cannot be exact about that because I was facing the opposite direction. But you know, the commotion was behind us.
I mean the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, was he behind the deceased or was behind all of you as you were standing there?
Ngisho yena lo obenama dreadlocks. Ubengasemva komufi or besemva wakho ubengemva kuphi?
No, bebesemva kwethu no Senzo. Because besibhekele thina. Bebela ngemva kwethu no Senzo.
They were behind us. That is myself and Senzo. Because we were facing that direction and they were behind us.
I mean the one with dreadlocks in relation to Senzo. Where was he?
Side,
behind Senzo, the deceased?
Yabona lo onama dreadlocks. Mawumqhathanisa no Senzo. Ube kuphi ngasemuva kaSenzo? Ube ngasemva kwakho? Ube kuphi kaSenzo?
Bebesemva kwethu sobabili because thina sibhekele obvious umuntu ongala usemva kwethu. Ngisha ngaba ka right but usemva kwethu, ngisha ngaba ka left usemva kwethu. So noma ngike phela ngichaze because ukuthi babeshwayisha uMakazandi no Kelly nayo uZandi. So angeke ngisho ukuthi wayemuva kanjani but bebela emva kwethu bona.
I cannot be able to explain how they were moving because they were behind us. That is the very person that I am referring to, that they were behind us. It could have been that behind on the right, behind on the left, that I cannot ascertain. But what I am saying is that they were behind us, even at the time that he was being fought against by Makumalo, Zandi and them, as they were assaulting him. There was movement that was happening behind us. Therefore, I cannot tell exactly behind us where he was.
No, don't rush. We'll come to that. I'm interested. I'm interested in these people. We have demonstrated where the second intruder was. We have demonstrated where the deceased was. You also indicated where you were at that time. I mean, now, one by one. In relation to the deceased, where you had pointed where the deceased was, where was the first intruder in relation to the deceased?
Angizoshilo ukuthi-ke lo wesibini ube kuphi, umufi ube kuphi, wena ube kuphi. Lona-ke wokuqala, umngeneli lo wokuqala. Yena-ke uma-ke usuqhathanisa nala umufi ebekhona, ubeme kuphi.
Only that one.
Yeah, ngizombona kanjani iposition exactly ukuthi umkuphi ngibhekele sifese lo second intruder. Ngangizombona kanjani lo ukuthi exactly nendawo kuphi.
Now, how would I have exactly seen or clearly seen the exact position of the first intruder when we accosted or when we were faced with the second intruder?
Because engikwaziyo ukuthi usemva kwami because ngangizwa nomsindo wama-clutches ne-drawer laley'puni.
All I am sure of is that he was behind us because I could hear the noise or the commotion that was happening, the clutch, the sound of the clutch, and as well as the utensils, the cabinet being opened. That's all I am sure of.
So what you are saying is that you and the deceased were facing the second intruder.
Yes,
yes. At that time, when the gun went off, we had faced, both of us were facing the second intruder.
Okay. So the first intruder was behind you.
Yes.
Yes.
You also told this court in your evidence in chief that at that time the deceased had pinned the second intruder into the wall. Which wall were you referring to?
I'm just referring to the spot just next to the door. It's just been shown next to the door there.
Okay. You also told this court in your evidence in chief that the deceased had grabbed or held the hands of the second intruder upwards. You confirm that?
That is so, yes.
I'm going to refer you to the postmortem report, which is Exhibit L of the record.
Is there bonus a report? Yeah, postmortem.
On page 3 of the postmortem report, A51.3. It's A51.3 in brackets.
As the court is note, we have previously objected against the use of documents compiled by expert witnesses. And we're going to again raise that objection. This witness is a lay person. He cannot comment on the evidence of an expert.
You want the witness to comment on what? Post-mortem.
I just want the listen. Sorry, I just want the witness to listen, my God.
To listen?
Yeah, to listen
Yeah,
to what?
listen to what?
To the findings by the doctor.
Oh, I see.
To the
Fine.
findings by the doctor.
Okay.
Only listen. And
Just
then I'm
listen.
going to just listen. I'm just
Okay.
going to sum it up.
So you must just listen.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
I'm going to refer you to Roman figure 4 of the postmortem report under external appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Under external?
External appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Kanti-ke so bheka ku Roman figure 4 esho njalo ke external appearance of the body ukuthi umzimba wabukeka kanjani nokuthi ke ingalo nenyawo nazo ke beyime kanjani position of the limbs.
I'm going to start at number 2.
Sizoqala lapha ku number 2.
Thank you. Situated over the right anterior chest wall, 1 centimeter to the right of the midline and 135 centimeter above the heel is a 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter oval shaped lacerated wound.
Sorry, we've just been handed the file here. We cannot see where you are reading.
On page 3 of the postmortem report.
Okay. Line number 2.
Yes, Roman figure 4, under external appearance of the body and condition of limbs.
Thank you, we found it.
Yes. Situated over the right anterior chest wall, 1 centimeter to the right of the midline and 135 centimeter above the heel is a 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter oval shaped lacerated wound.
Yakubona lokho ke ukuthi masibheka la sibheka ke ngapha esifubeni kule hlangothi la right kwakhona ke futhi ke 1 centimeter ukuya ngapha ngako right ukusuka kwi midline singasho ke 135 centimeters above the heel phezu kwesithende ke utholakala ke inxeba 135 centimeters phezu kwesithende yabona kukhona 3 centimeter by 1.5 centimeter inxeba elingathi ke le oval nje belingekho round elingathi le oval inxeba nje lokudabuka ukuthi hayi ukusika okujwayeleke ukudabuka yabona laceration lana khulunywa ke in the chest wall futhi ke sesifubeni yes we can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a semicircular abrasion situated over the superior and inferior aspect measuring 0.3 centimeters superiorly and 0.5 centimeter inferiorly. The wound edges appear seared. Situated just below the skin, blackened granular material consistent with gunshot residue are noted in the underlying soft tissue. This wound is consistent with a contact bullet entrance wound.
Khona ke inxeba ke elibonakala lase phezulwana nje kwesikhumba lelo nxeba ke limayelana ke nenhlamvu ake sibone ukuxhuma ke kwesibhamu okanye inhlamvu eke yathi ukuhlangana ke nalokho okungaphansi kwesikhumba kanti ke leli nxeba ke kuyinxeba elibonisa ke ukuthi kwaba khona ilokhunjani inhlamvu engenayo.
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Yes, I can see that.
Right. Let us turn to page 4 of the postmortem report under paragraph 3, where it reads as follows, and I quote, there is a 1.3 centimeter by 0.7 centimeter oval-shaped lacerated wound situated over the right posterior chest wall, 4.5 centimeter to the right of the midline and 126 centimeter above the heel. Open bracket, this is consistent with bullet exit wound. Close bracket, close quotation.
Kukhona ke elinye inxeba okuthiwa 1.3 centimeter by 0.7 centimeter le oval nje ngokubukeka kwalo lelo nxeba nalo ke bekuyi inxeba lokudabula okanye ukudatshulwa into ethize lacerated wound eyayitholakala ke mhlawumbe ke 4.5 centimeter okusuka ke kwi midline uya ngaku right and kanti leyo nxeba ke belethi phezulu kwesithende uthathe ke ama centimeters awu 126 kanti ke inxeba ke leli elibonisa ke ukuthi inhlamvu yayiseseyiphuma ke manje emzimbeni ngishole lingale inhlamvu yangena leli ngapha inhlamvu yaphuma ushuthi ke kukhulunywa lana ke.
Yes, that was the exit wound. There's a diagram also indicating the wounds.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, there is a diagram indicating the wounds and wound track. Wound 2 entrance, wound 3 exit, and wound track, wound 2 and 3. You also see that?
That's correct, I can see that.
What is of interest to me is the following. So, if your evidence is to be believed, the deceased is fighting with the second intruder.
Uma ngabe sizokhola ubufakazi bakho nangu umufi ulwisana nalona ke umngeneleli wesibili.
He is holding the second intruder's hand upwards.
Ubambe isandla salona umngeneleli wesibili usibambele phezulu okanye ingalo yakhe uyibambele phezulu.
How then did the deceased sustain the gunshot wound, the entrance to the chest, and the exit to the back, if he was fighting with the second intruder who was not in possession of a firearm? Can you explain that?
Please, my lord,
the witness is very clear. You asked him a question, where did the projectile land? You said we call it bullet. And he says, I didn't see it, he doesn't even know. He just heard a sound, a deafening sound. That's his evidence. He never said when the deceased was pinning the right upper arm of whatever intruder, the gunshot rang. Never said that. That's not the evidence.
May I rephrase the question? At what stage did you hear the sound of a gunshot at the time when the deceased was fighting with the second intruder?
Wezwa ukuxhuma kwesibhamu nini ngenkathi ke umufi eloko ebambene nayo lona umngeneli wesibili.
Bese kitchen lapha kitchen ngawuzwa se kitchen qhuma kwesibhamu.
We were in the kitchen. We were in the kitchen when the firearm went off.
You had said the second intruder, sorry, the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, was behind you. Confirm that.
Lona ke obe nama dreadlocks ube semva kwenu.
Yebo kunjalo.
It isn't indeed so. Behind you singular, behind you plural.
Behind you and the deceased.
Should emva kwenu nomufi.
Yes.
That's correct.
You told the court that you did not see where the gunshot landed. The first gunshot that you heard, the single one.
I didn't even see the direction it took. All that I heard was that noise.
njengoba ngisho nje even after incident angizange ngibone nala yashaya khona inhlamvu lo ngakubona late sesikhonjiswa amaphoyisa ngibona late sekukhonjiswa
As I
amaphoyisa.
have already said, that even after the incident, I did not see the spot at which the bullet hit. Only when the police were pointing to us where the bullet actually hit, that's when I could see.
You know, after that single gunshot that you had, if the deceased had a fight again with the first intruder,
Uyakwazi ukuthi kwaba nje nesikhathi lapho ke umufi alwa naye lona lo qala.
Angibonanga but if isibhamu masiqhuma wonke umuntu usuke ezama ukubaleka yala yakhona ngithi siwangibonanga ukuthi wabaleka waya ngakuphi.
I didn't witness that. You see, when the gunshot goes off, everybody wants to run for cover. So I did not know, I mean, I didn't see where he ran to.
Yes, I'm still wanting him to listen. That's what you said originally.
yes, I'm done.
Now you're asking him questions.
No, it was in
I don't forget.
It was in respect of the
No,
postmortem.
he said to me, I want him to listen.
Yes.
Now, when I'm thinking, oh, let's listen. Now you come in with questions.
It was in respect of the postmortem report.
Oh, what?
It was in respect of the postmortem report.
I see.
Yes, there were follow-up questions, hence I was asking him those questions.
Okay.
We'll now go to the statement of Nontanta Kelly Kumalo. It's A17. I'm going to read paragraph 8 and 9 of Exhibit 17. Paragraph 8 reads as follows, and I quote, "The one suspect with a gun was threatening people in the living room, and the tall, skinny one left the bedroom door and went to the living room where his friend was."
Isho njalo lapho ukuthi lo umsolo wokuqala bephethe isibhamu belonga esongela abantu lapha yana ke kwi living room okanye se lounge nalona omude wayezaqile wasuka ke ngase gombeni lokulala wase ke uyahamba uya ngale ke lounge kanti ke lapho ke umngani wakhe bengakhona ngase lounge uyakubona lo.
I then remembered that my child was in the other bedroom, and I opened the door to go and see what was happening.
Istatement esikakheli lena ukhumbula ngase ngiyakhumbula ke ukuthi ingane yami ingale ngasegumbini lokulala ngase ngivula umnyango ukuyobheka okanye ukubuka ukuthi kwakwenzakalani.
I then saw my mom struggling with the tall, skinny guy, and Senzo and Tumelo were busy struggling with the gunman.
Futhi ngase ngibona ulokhu njani my apologies, Your Lordship, I'm just trying to check that line.
I then saw my mom struggling with the tall, skinny guy, and Senzo and Tumelo were busy struggling with the gunman.
Ngase ngibona ke uma eloko ebambene nalomlisa omude ozaqile uSenzo nomthoko noTumelo bona ke bebeloko ke bebambane nalo oqala bephethe isibhamu.
I then tried to help my mother to push the tall guy. I did not know or see what was happening behind me. I only heard gunshots.
Ngase ngiyazama ke ukusiza uma ukuthi ngiphushe lo omuntu angazi ke ukuthi angazi futhi azange ngabona ukuthi kwenzakalani okanye bekwenzakalani emva kwami. Ngezwa nje ukuchuma isibhamu sichuma kambaba.
Paragraph 9 reads as follows, and I quote, "I jumped backwards and my sister said something hit her leg and she thought she was shot. I then saw Senzo running towards me, trying to grab me."
Ngase ke ngiyachuma ke ngimele emuva usisi wami wathi khona kumshayile khona la emlenzeni ubecabanga ukuthi udutshuliwe. Ngase ngibona uSenzo egijima eza kimina ezama ukungibamba.
I grabbed him, but I could see that he was weak. He fell into my arms and I saw a spot of blood on his back, and I turned him over. I saw a lot of blood on his chest.
Manje ngambamba kodwa ke ngaqaphela ukuthi ube buthakathaka wavela wawela kimi ezandleni zami. Ngabona ke ispot nje segazi ngasemuva kuye. Ngase ke ngiyamshintsha nje ukuthi ngembhekise kulinye side. Ngabona ukuthi uphuma igazi eliningi oqhamuka khona laphana esifubeni.
He fell over the couch and I held him while screaming for help. At that time, the gunman was still in the house and my son was standing next to him.
Manje uthi ukuthi abone lesi spot segazi ngasemuva waseke uyamphendula ke wabona ukuthi igazi liphuma kakhulu lapho esifubeni. Igazi liphuma kakhulu esifubeni waseke uwela phezu kwecouch. Ngase ngiyambamba lokho ngimemeza usizo kanjalo. Ngaleso sikhathi ke lo obephethe isibhamu ube lokho ekhona lapho endlini. Kanti ke indodana yami ebiloko ime eduze naye.
Did you at some point struggle with the gunman, the first intruder, that is you, Senzo, and Mthokozi Sithwala?
Ngabe khona isikhathi la wena Senzo Mthokozisi beniloko nibambene nalomliso bephethe isibhamu lo wokuqala?
Njengoba ngisho ukuthi yabona le statement lo ngifuna ukuthi azoyichazela yena le nto ayibhalile. Because nalelo gazi aliningi alishoyo ukuthi belibonaphi. Because mina ngikhumbula endlini benginamagazi bekunegazi lama sportinyana leli liningi alishoyo yena. Lo ngifuna azochazela abantu le nto ayishoyo ayibhale lapha.
I would wish for this person that had finished the statement to come and explain this honorable court about the a lot of blood that she had seen, because or that he or she has seen. That particular person must then come and explain to the court, because as I have already indicated, I could only see the sprinkles or the spots of blood and not a lot of blood.
Because the statement sakhe mangifundela nje leyo maphathi ngifundela wona sinto efana nale ncwadi kaSoweto lento nje kufanele azoyichaza la kubantu umthoko akusiyo umuntu othanda ukulu.
Now that very statement that you are referring to me to is as good as that the material that was written by that Soweto guy, which is worthless, given the fact that Mtogo is not a hostile person. It's not a person that likes fighting.
And angikhumbuli ngibona umthokozi selo. The only thing ngikhumbula nje ukuthi umthoko wayengemuva and mephume baleka waphuma mesho yena waphuma wabaleka makusho waphuma wabaleka so le ukuthi ubelwa ayangikhumbuli.
I do not remember seeing Mtogo fighting, because what I can remember, even he was from behind me, what happened was, at an earliest opportunity, Mtogo, fled out of the house. That which is being spoken here, or that which is now being narrated in the statement, I don't know it. I just don't know it.
Futhi angifuni ukuthi angikhumbule akazali umthoko akaze nje umthoko walo angifuni nokuthi angikhumbule.
In fact, perhaps I should fix that one. Not that I do not remember him fighting. Let me say with certainty, Mtoko did not fight.
So nje ngajabula le statement masingagoqwa sibeke eceleni umnikazi asazoyifundela yena lo doda ubhalela.
I would really be happy if the statement was to be folded and be put aside. Whoever finished this statement should come and explain this nonsense that's written here.
Yes.
Whilst we were inside the house on the 26th of October 2014, did the police arrive?
I beg yours?
Whilst you were inside the house, before you went to the hospital, did the police arrive?
Ngey 26 October 2014 nisendlini angokuba nizoya esibhedlela. Ngabe amaphoyisa afika yini khona lapha endlini?
Ngikhumbula sesibuya mina.
I only remember upon a return.
Ngikhumbula sesibuya kuhambisa uSenzo amaphoyisa. Ngikhumbula before some.
Only upon a return from taking Senzo to the hospital. Not before we went to the hospital.
Did you see any police vehicle in the vicinity before you left to the hospital?
Angoba nizohamba nesibhedlela khona imoto amaphoyisa engena yibona khona kuleyo ndawo maduzane nje khona lapho okanye eduze nakuleyo ndawo.
Mina ayikho engayibona,
Personally, there is no police vehicle that I have noticed or have seen.
Amaphoyisa nje ngiyakhumbula masisibuya esibhedlela.
I only remember the presence of the police upon a return from the hospital, and that was during the dawn of the day or in the dawn of the day.
In your evidence in chief, you also referred this court to a head which was discovered upon your return from the hospital.
Ebufakazini bakho ke ngenkathi umtshutshisa kubuza imibuzo wakhuluma nangesigqoko esesatholakala khona lapha endlini uma seniqhamuka khona esibhedlela.
Yebo kunjani?
It is so.
You also told this court that that head was worn by the first intruder.
Washo ke la enkantolo ukuthi leso sigqoko sagqokwe umngeneli lokuqala.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, it is so.
Do you know or did you see when it came off the first intruder's head?
Uye wakwazi ukubona uma leso sigqoko sisuka ke ekhanda lalo lokuqala.
Cha ngibonanga.
I did not witness that.
But you yourself said, do you wear a cap? Do you wear a cap?
Wena ke uthe ugqoka cap.
Mina?
Do you wear a cap in your lifetime?
Or wena ke uyayigqoka yini cap? Ube wayigqoka phambilini?
Ayi cap. Isigqoko ngiyisigqoke but ayi cap.
Not a cap. I would at times put some hat on, but not a cap.
Futhi ayi le nhlobo yeyigqoko le ngathi iqinile le igqoko nje lezi ethambile zindwa ngayi lesiya.
Not that sort, or not that type of a hat, like the one that is sort of hard in texture. I would usually, if I have to put a hat, it should be a softer one, lighter one as well.
So you are saying that you don't wear a hat similar to the one that was found?
Never.
Angikaze ngisigqoko isigqoko esiqinile lesingathi samakela ayi.
I've never put on a hat like that looks like the old man's hat. Never.
Since ngazalwa.
Ever since I was born.
Is it correct that on the 29th of October 2014 you attended an identity kit which was conducted by Warrant Officer Steenkamp?
On the 29th?
On the 29th of October.
Warrant Officer Steenkamp go be nelokhonza nakubizela kuyo. Ngey 29th ka October.
Noma ngize ngibe straight nje ngama date but khona la esake sabizwa khona for leyo days.
Yes, even though I cannot be certain about the dates, there was a state when we were called for that purpose.
According to this witness, Warrant Officer Steenkamp, you were the third person to be interviewed. Do you confirm that?
Okuya ngo Warrant Officer Steenkamp, wena waba umuntu wesithathu ukuthi ubuzwe imibuzo. Uyaqinisekisa lokho?
Angisakhumbuli ngaba umuntu esingakho, but ngikusho ukuthi ngiyakhumbula khona ukuthi saya kokwenza lokho.
I cannot say, number what was I on the line for being interviewed. All that I can remember is that we did go to the police for that purpose.
Warrant Officer Steenkamp says the following. The third person to be interviewed, in fact she says, the third person I interviewed was Tumelo Madlala, who was much traumatized.
Umuntu wesithathu engambuza imibuzo kwaba uTumelo Madlala okungukuthi ke ube shaqekile kakhulu. Usho njalo ke Warrant Officer Steenkamp.
Yeah, qinisile information njalo.
No, yeah, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. I wasn't okay.
He saw the scuffling between suspect A and the deceased.
Between
Suspect A and the deceased.
uthi wabona ke ukubambana shikashiko wenzakalayo phakathi kwalo umangali wokuqala nowesibili ulokho njalo i-suspect nomufi suspect leyo yokuqala nomufi.
After hearing the gunshots, he ran off to one of the rooms.
Emva kokuthi ke ezwe kuchuma isibhamu wase uyabaleka ungena kwelinye lamagumbi khona laphayana.
Yebo.
Yes.
He gave a similar description of suspect A. I showed him Kelly and her sister's compilation, and he was satisfied with the ID kit. He could not compile the second suspect.
Waphana ke ngencazelo efana nalena eka suspect A. Kanti ke mayelana ke nalona uwesibini wahluleka ke ukuthi aphane ngaleyo ncazelo.
Is it correct that you told Warrant Officer Steenkamp during the interview that you saw the scuffling between suspect A and the deceased?
Yes.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso ukuthi wamtshela khona lokho ukuthi wabona ukubambana okwakwenzeka phakathi komufi no suspect A.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you further tell the warrant officer that you could not compile the second suspect?
Kanti ke wamtshela ukuthi awukwazi ukuphana ngesithombe kanye umfanekiso mayelana no suspect lo wesibili.
Ngiyalixaka lento ayibhale la cause mangathi ngifundele statement sokuqala engasenze phosphorus ukuchazela ukuthi ngamchaza ukuthi ubemude kanjani ne. So ngiyaxakeka mase ngenza lokho emva kwalo mase ngizobhala ukuthi angeke ngikwazi ukuthi ngimkhombe angikwazi lo.
I'm actually riddled with this one that I won't be able to identify the second one. Should remember that I did indicate that on the statement that was finished in Fort Flores that I was able to identify the tall one.
You told this court that the first suspect was wearing a hat.
Utshele inkantolo ukuthi lo umsolo wokuqala ube ugqoke isigqoko.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, it is so.
You further told this court that the second suspect was wearing a hoodie jacket.
Nokuthi lona owesibili umsolo ube ugqoke ijacket ye-hoodie.
Yebo kunjalo.
It is indeed so.
That is not what Mthokozi Sithwala told this court.
Actually lokho uMthokozi sakutshela inkantolo.
Yeah, njengoba ngila nami ngizele esami statement umthoko wayizele sakhe so indlela abona ngayo noKelly noma noZandi mina ngizotshela nje inkantolo engakubona okuyikho. So ukuthi umthoko uthini nobani ayi mina ngicabanga ukuthi kungifaka kakhulu lokwamthoko or ukubhala omunye umuntu.
As I've already indicated that I'm here in court to come and finish this court with my statement pertaining what is it that I have personally witnessed. As far as what Mthogo is saying in his statement, or whether whatever it is that is being spoken by Kelly in her statement, that has got nothing to do with me.
Yes.
Mine is to tell this honorable court about what I personally have witnessed about this incident.
We just want to point out that that is not correct. We're still waiting for the details of what Mtoko said, but what counsel is saying that is not what Mtoko said is not correct. Still waiting for the details as to in which respect is Mtoko not correct.
officer.
Yes, I was still going there. Thank you. Mtozi Sitwala told this court that the first intruder, the one with dreadlocks, was wearing a hoodie jacket.
As a court, please, my lord, that is not correct. That is what was stated in the statement, and he stated that there was a miscommunication between him and the statement taker. His evidence in court was clear, my lord.
Which court are you talking about?
I'm on the statement as well. Maybe I did not clarify that. In his statement, he said that.
Not in court.
Not in court.
You've been surprised because it's the first time I hear this.
Yes.
Still, my lord, he cannot put, Mtoko clearly told the court that there was a miscommunication between him and the statement taker.
Writer.
I think it's incorrect then to put what Mtoko basically disavowed to, to this witness. I think can be left for argument.
Yes.
My point, my lord, is that the witnesses in the house on factual observation are seeing 2 or 3 different things on very same factual observation of the incident. That was the point I was driving at.
I hear you.
I was drawing the witnesses' attention to what Twala said in his statements.
But this witness continuously says, you know what? Mina ngizele into engibonile.
Yes,
I won't comment ukuthi uratha uthini
yes.
or upheli uthini.
Maybe I must put to him this assertion.
Okay, fine.
Say, on the very same factual observation, the witnesses are telling this court different observation. Why is that so? Do you know?
Ungakwazi lokho ukuthi amaqiniso akhishwa lana nje kuyingxenye yobufakazi bofakazi la enkantolo ahlukile. Futhi bonke ofakazi abakhulumi into efanayo emaqinisweni athize ebufakazini babo. Uyakwazi ukuthi ngaba unombangela walokho.
Once again, my lord, it's a very general statement. I think counsel must be specific as to, what is he referring to.
You say you must specify what's different factually from witness A, B, C, D, and this witness, if possible.
It will cause me to go to the record. I'm reminded, my lord, that it is 11:20.
That's okay. Okay, let's adjourn.
Take a short adjournment. Thank you.